Hey everybody, and welcome back to another one of Mudflap's movie reviews. My name is Mudflap, and today I'll be reviewing the season finale of a surprisingly good Star Wars show, Andor. Let's get started. So this show definitely caught me off guard when it first came out because I wasn't super excited about a show being based off of kind of a minor character from Rogue One. I would have preferred seeing something either about Jyn Erso or her father or anybody else but Cassian Andor, just because he was good in Rogue One, but I just didn't see that, a show being made about him would be successful at all. And boy, was I proved wrong. This show, by many people's standards, is one of the best Star Wars shows that has been made so far, next to The Mandalorian. And I completely agree with all the fans out there who say that this show was absolutely amazing. Had great pace, great action. It gave us insight into a part of the Star Wars universe that we don't know a whole lot about. They talk about it here and there, but getting really deep into the rebellion and how the rebellion started, and then Cassian Andor and his history and how he started out, and how we're going towards Rogue One, where he meets Jyn Erso and K2, and just starts that huge revolution there. But this show was just really, really well done, really well written, and I'm just really excited for season 2. I'm not sure when it's coming out yet, but that's cool that they announced pretty much right away that there would be 2 seasons to Andor. We got 12 episodes this first season, and every single one of them were really, really good. Season 2, I'm hoping that we see K2 will be brought in, is my hope, and maybe some cool cameos from Rogue One once again. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about this show that I just really, really enjoyed. I admit the first couple episodes were kind of slow for me, but it was all about setting the groundwork, setting the pace, be introduced to the characters that you may not know or may not have heard of. Who are the major players here? There's a lot of moving pieces to this show, like a lot of politics you could easily just kind of forget about, but the politics are really, really important. And then plus the rebellion stuff, and you put all that together and you just have a phenomenal show. So there are a lot of great characters that I'm hoping to see return. There's something going on between Cyril and Deidre that I don't know. I'm picking up romantic vibes off of them, but I don't know. I may be wrong, but these last couple episodes, like when their interactions around each other, seems to be like there's some chemistry going on between them, but I could be completely wrong. But I just really enjoyed seeing Deidre just really rise to the ranks. She kind of came out of nowhere. I actually thought in the beginning of this show that Cyril was going to be like the big bad guy, but he actually wasn't. It was a little disappointing because actually I really liked his character, but he was kind of put on the back burner. And then we have Deidre, and she took over the rest of everything because she's way at the top of the ISB chain. So it was cool seeing the Empire in that scope as well, how they oversee local areas, but then there's always the big central hub, and Dedra was the one in charge of that. Very dark show, I will say. I reviewed the first episode, which you should totally check out. I knew right off the bat that it was going to be a darker show. It already, based on the trailers, you could already tell like it was a dangerous time to do anything other than just go about your daily routines and not challenge the Empire in any way. But these guys, what happens with every rebellion when you're being faced with no control over your lives or anything, and your lives are forfeit pretty easily in the Empire's eyes. It's always going to lead to a revolution. My favorite episodes, I'd say I really enjoyed from like episode 8 all the way until the end. I think were the best episodes by far. The prison episodes were amazing. It was really great seeing Andy Serkis. He played a really awesome character. It was kind of sad how his character kind of ended up, and I kind of forgot a little bit of what was going on when I started watching this last episode. But man, they just wrapped up this show so well. And there's a really cool scene in this last episode I thought was really cinematic, really beautiful. It's a funeral for Cassian's mother, and all the townspeople showed up, and they're walking down Main Street, and there's just so many different colors going on, and there's music being played, and then they got to watch a hologram of Cassian's mother saying her last thoughts, and I thought it was really, really cool. It was just so Star Wars. Like, it was just beautifully done. and I just really enjoyed that scene. But there have been a lot of moments throughout this show that I just loved. I mean, I always love when people stand up and they fight. So anytime there was any kind of rebellion, whether it was small or big, man, I was cheering them on. I was jumping up and down. Man, the adrenaline is pumping when you see stuff like that, and it just makes Star Wars. It's that thing that makes Star Wars so exciting. Is you get so into these shows and into these characters, and you're always rooting for somebody, and you always want the good guy to win. I'm just really, really happy with this show, and I cannot wait for season 2. So for this finale episode of Andor, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 Mudflaps. And before you go, drop in the comments below, who's your favorite character from Andor? And as always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and I'll see you next time.